The Leamington Legends are just being clapped on.
It's as Deano said, everyone, good afternoon wherever you are tuned in. Do let us know in the comments who you're supporting, where you're watching from. Always interested to know. Comments aren't always read during the live stream, but will be read afterwards, so don't think that any comment goes unnoticed.
Now, just before the referee kicks off, just to sort of on note, we've had the women's tennis tournaments as a finale here in Cambridge, hosted by Hautapu, and the Peace Cup match between Cambridge and TA Oklahoma combined, and Leamington are kicking off from right to left. Beautiful day, Dulcie Castle's in the background, the Lions Club, and a lot of charity. The money that was raised today with the coin donation is going to the Cambridge Community House, so huge effort by everyone.
They're doing a great job on the gate too. When we came in, they made sure we knew where the money was going to, which is always, it's great when you're contributing money to know where it's going, rather than just someone randomly collecting money.
And here we go, number 30, Stephen Kidd, normally a scrum half, played his time in Hong Kong, put in the don't in the blue and white for Leamington. Jay Cowley takes it up into contact. Let's see if he gets up from that. Oh, a bit of rucking from back in the days are coming into play.
I'm sure Deano that they're probably still playing under those rules too, but they believe they are the players. It's been a while since that one has been changed though.
Great, the physicalities, people are trying to sort of, who's going to dominate first up. Hautapu looking at the third phase consistently. Phase 4, if we can get past phase 5, we're doing okay. And as soon as I said that, forward pass on phase 5, so yeah, we're on a roll.
And you've done a bit of commentary though, haven't you, in the past, Deano? I think I remember you saying something, is that right?
Well, the last game I actually commentated was Korea, and I think it might have been Pakistan, so their pronunciation and name sort of just rolled on. Probably that wasn't their name, but yeah.
Yeah, well, as long as it looked believable.
Yeah.
But my point is, you just put the commentator's curse on that for the fifth phase. And now you are a true commentator, because I always say that you can't call yourself a true commentator if you haven't put the curse in.
No, very, very true.
And you put it in first 2 minutes, mate, here, so...
Maybe let's see if I can, Leamington can get past 5 phases. So first scrum of the day, it's supposed to be playing under World Rugby regulations there, Bevin. That means you can push. That means you can try and dominate set piece here, so first scrum of the day. Rolly Bolt is playing at 9. Oh, big shot done by Hautapu. Rolly hasn't tapped it on the mark.
I think it might have been a bit early there, that question. That's probably why the free kick, short arm penalty, whatever you want to call it.
Oh, it's just, you're going to step your mark on these sort of things straight away.
Who is the referee though?
Who's the referee? Boss? Rob Harpy. He's a local icon.
Yeah, well, even in a festival game like this, you don't want to let too much go. Otherwise, the players might start dominating what rules are being played and what rules aren't.
But once again, a good crowd's turned up today, Bev. Leamington scrum feet, pressure on the 9. Oh. Not too sure about the call. He's caught it entering from the side, offside. Could be multiple things with this guy. But Leamington's got the penalty, straight arm. If I was them, I'd probably go for another scrum.
You're saying scrum. I'm probably going to the. No, that's going to clear the line. It's not a bad one either.
Well done. That guy's a kick out.
A lot of movement out there today. First penalty. Lyle Walker kicks the ball straight out. Not a bad kick.
Lyle Walker kicked it out. He's normally renowned as of late as a referee himself. He's decided to don the whistle after retirement, so good on him. And he's back out there putting the boots back on again for the mighty blue and whites.
Just a knock-on advantage, knock-on being played there.
Well,
a bit messy at the top of the line out there.
Yeah. It doesn't seem like there's any sort of, the old, the friends of from days gone by and have sort of been kept aside by the looks of things,
Probably something that will get better as the game gets on. Everyone starts feeling themselves out. I know, talking to a few players beforehand, they were a bit nervous about playing in this match.
Look at the silky skills. Neil Monzari, beautiful kick. He'll be talking about that all night. Look at those white boots he's got on as well.
Penalty for Hautapu. Leamington offside at the ruck. Lyle's just trying to give him a bit of advice.
There we go, Lyle Walker. As we said earlier on, he's held the whistle for quite a number of seasons, so he's just gone up to query the referee's decision, as you probably more than welcome should do if you are the captain.
Pace of the game,
It's a decent
it's up
halfway.
it's up to expectations.
But even when I was playing and refereeing myself, Deano, having that knowledge of the rules too, you can use that as a captain, or even as a player, just to make sure that the referee is correct in his signals.
Well, that's probably why TJ Perinara's he's a very advocate of it all, isn't he? So Hautapu takes the ball into contact. Balls are clearing out through the ruck. Great quick ball. Great quick ball. Apart from the hands. Not sure who was that was fumbling it, had plenty of time on it, and thought of something differently.
Yeah, it's okay that Leamington have knocked this on again at the lineouts for second two. So it's a bit messy for Leamington. Two lineouts that have knocked on. Probably in normal senior Premier grade rugby, a clean lineout take would have been taken, but age getting the better of them there.
Oh, powerful scrum there by Hautapu. Oh, Richard Mina there taking that ball into contact.
Here we go.
Leamington have turned it over.
Carries the ball forward.
Turnover there by Leamington.
Good clean out. Bryce Nice sprints away. Unfortunately, referee's got his hand up.
Yeah, there's a bit of a big raking hand in there, Deano. I'm not sure if you saw it, but through the camera lens I certainly did.
Well, he's got a bit of a signal of rolling away, hands in the ruck, and talking to me. So there's multiple decisions. Might be a new law that's just come out. Okay, Lyle Walker once again. Not the best, but hey, he's made himself 12 metres on the kick.
Clearance here by Lyle Walker.
As long as you kick it out and it goes forward, Doesn't matter too much how many metres it goes, just as long as it's out. I've seen a couple of times where the ball goes backwards more than forwards. So.
Here we go, first line out in front of the grandstand. It was messy, it is ugly. Rolly bolted and Nines just cleaned right over the top of it. Oh, there's Rolly, there it is.
Good carry from Leamington, unfortunately. Penalty to Hautapu. Big Beats carried that ball very strongly, looking in good shape too, Pete.
Neil Manzardi looking to take touch. Has he made touch? He's made touch. Well, ball's hit a little girl, and I'll talk to Neil Manzardi about that after the game.
A couple of penalty kicks he's taken, cleared the line pretty well.
By looking at the
Just gotta win the line out,
not too many hands on hip, so we're looking in good shape so far, both teams. Big Packer goes in here for the ball.
Yeah. That was straight, that one, Deano, but straight down their own line, unfortunately.
John Bonner looks at the touch and says, come on mate, that was straight.
Could be a telling factor in this game, I think, Bev, that these set pieces, if you don't have the ball, you can't win. So we're down about the third scrum of the day. Hautapu had a bit of an edge on Leamington run. Don't see how hopefully Leamington can hold for their feed. They've done well on this one here. Oh, great punch up in the midfield there by the blue and white. Good clear pass. Ball going back the other way. No, the big fella decided he wants to keep going around the corner. Pick and go. These tactics should not be happening about now. Should be happening about the last 5 minutes of each half. boys get a bit tired. Stephen Kidd's a bit of a jinx. Sneaks on through from scrum half to centre today, old Skitty.
I was thinking, Deano, it's probably not a game you want to be a winger, is it? It looks as though to be playing in close at the moment.
Well, there's not much ball heading out wide for the time being, but I don't know, here we go. There's some big confrontations there in the contact area. Bolton flicks it on, skids in the cutout pass.
Nice passing.
Oh, nice switch pass. It's going to go wide. It's going to dummy. Yep, he dummy. Dummy to himself. Turnover.
Taken away. Referee Bob Harvey's got his hand up penalty. Leamington.
Yeah, that dummy might have worked if there'd actually been a player outside him, but he was all by himself there, and Hautapu certainly weren't going to fall for it.
Not for sure what's going to happen on this referee's call. Could have been no release in the tackle, Bev.
No, that and bit of hands as well.
Well,
so no clear release.
I'm assuming there'll be some subs rolling on fairly shortly. We've just gone into, can't even read the clock, probably about 7 minutes, if that.
The catch over the corner. Leamington attacking hard on the tackle. And the Hautapu is 22. Leamington line out.
Counting down.
20 minutes. 10.
10, yeah.
10
Clock's
minutes.
counting down, Deano.
Sorry, my bad. Wasn't that good at maths at school. Oh, well done, Leamington. Inside cut. Switch ball. Leamington's over the top. They got the good possession. First phase of the set piece. Here we go, pick and go, Lyle Walker. Leamington, what we're going to do, another pick. Well, could be a very forward orientated match in this first party at the moment.
Tackles are certainly being filled out there, isn't it? They're being made.
I did say early on we haven't gone past 5 phases, and the first subs are in the game at the moment.
Also,
Here we go.
It's been about 2 or 3 times they passed the ball back inside, but that's probably not where you're wanting to go, because that's where all the defences and all, just everyone tracking across field. So
You just can't tell this. You can't tell them nothing. They've
Well,
been
they know
there,
it all
done
because they've
that.
been at all, haven't they?
They know the game inside and out. They'll be talking about the rules and how good they were up until about midnight.
Yeah.
And then it
And
becomes
that's midnight
oblivious.
Sunday, isn't it? Not midnight tonight.
Yeah, and it becomes oblivious.
And those 5-minute runaways become full field.
At least to say that it's been played in a good spirit, considering these two are the rivals. This is the battle of the town, Cambridge. So there is bragging rights. So we actually haven't had a bit of a handbag situation at the moment.
How do you do?
Bryce Norris is there he is.
Bryce Norris carries the ball forward. 3 out of 2. Hard 2 tackles.
And on behalf of, and that is Lyle Walker, the referee. He could be getting a yellow card.
Well, he's just laying there and he's interfered with the halfback.
He should know better.
Giving away one shipping at the pocket. And select pocket if you're looking for a hook.
A fine referee, Lyle. A fine referee. You've done that. And here we go. This is Ross Higgins. He still looks the same when he still get kicked too. He's one of the 3 Higgins boys that are out here on display this afternoon. And the viewers out there, I'm not too sure if he actually is a back, but he's standing out there, number 13 for Hautapu. Look at him, the big Matthew Phillips. Big legend of the game. He'll tell you how good he is. But look at him, the size of him. He's New Zealand Colts, played multiple test matches for Italy, and he's back donning the colours on again. Going over to Leamington side to scrum half. Milton Remini's just come on. A good story about Milton. He's coached Hautapu. Played for Leamington. His son's played for Hautapu. One of the current coaches in the Hautapu season, and we're in the blue and white, so I suppose nothing against him, but I'm sure his son will be having a few questions with the matter on. So Hautapu line out here. Still 0-0 to the game.
Not much jumping going on there. I think that one might have been a little bit early.
Well, to be fair, these lineouts are more like a lottery ticket, really, isn't it?
It is.
as Forrest Gump would say, life is like a box of chocolates. You don't know what you're going to get.
Let's put skills on board. Here we go. Hautapu out on the tip. Can I give it to Leamington 22?
Ball's taking out a bit of a while to come out at the moment.
The ball's clear.
Mark Gascoigne is there we go. That's the dad of Josh Gascoigne.
Yeah, you talk about your international players, Deano, I'm sure you realise, Josh has played nearly 20 games for the Dutch side.
On the Dutch side, that is correct. That's purely from his mum's side.
Just a bit of a breather going on here at the moment, everyone catching their breath.
Well, you'd take the shot, wouldn't you?
Well, you've got to pay points on
it is about 15 minutes. No one can kick. Here's the Italian stallion, Big Matthew Phillips.
He crashes, he keeps trolling those legs.
He'll be telling everyone tonight he's ran 40 odd metres. Hautapu is in the Leamington 22 for the first time of the game.
Been turned over. No. Turned over again, no.
Still recycling play. Some good hits. And turnover to Leamington.
Yeah, not releasing is the call. Been consistent, but he's been pretty quick on it as well.
Yeah.
On the play, not releasing. There's another sub coming on for Hautapu. What's a fun? That one's picking up a little bit, but it's not too effective. I don't think down there.
Well, I think it's I can't remember what the temperature was early on, but that bit of wind might be something in blessing in disguise, I suppose.
The forecast was 21 degrees high, so haven't had that for a while.
We get all sorts here in Cambridge.
Yeah.
What was it like in Nadia this morning?
It was a bit like this as well. The sun was out nice and early, and with a bit of chilly breeze just to keep the temperature even.
But town's closed today. All the shops are closed. Balloons down the high level bridge this morning, decorating the two colours of the clubs.
Great to be under level 1 though, isn't it? Now, Deano, since we're safe to do it.
Good timing for the rugby community here of not Cambridge and to celebrate with this Battle of Bridge.
Evans takes it forward. Big home, Tucker takes the ball in. Here he goes.
That's a good one, Kino, that one.
That's it. And the bit it gave away was all the hair. So you get, Big Norm Tuckaway, he'll get up again and they'll give it another crack, but good defence by both teams.
That's a good breakdown on here, lovely potential by Leamington.
People putting their body on the line today at the moment. For the age of over 45, these guys are showing some promise. And this is literally the only game they probably play all year. It takes them another 12 months to get them back into
shape.
364
days, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just to recover. And I'm sure the hydration later on will help with that, with the recovery as well.
That's a given. That is a given later on. Hautapu brings on their token Samoan into the midfield, Jay Cowley. He doesn't have much time. Here we go, Jay Cowley. No, didn't even get it to him. Here we go, Squeaky's in.
Squeaky makes the ball, carries the ball forward. Hautapu clear the ball, clears the ruck. Ball's out.
Danny Phillips, he won't pass. He won't pass. Back in the 22 again, Hautapu is. And once again, Leamington turns the ball over. Hungry in that zone of Leamington.
Yeah, no, not for releasing there, Deano. I noticed in the last ruck though, there's a few bodies out there just laying around, and it's as we all know, you've got to roll out of the way in a ruck. But this level will probably allow a couple of extra seconds for that to happen.
Well, I suppose, Bev, this is your first battle of the bridge. I suppose. What do you think of it so far? How do you think of the atmosphere and the way the game's being played?
Well, Deano, you know, to do with the crowd, you told me 2,000. It's probably about 3 here in attendance. With some more to come in. The game out here is pretty high quality as it is. You know, probably even the players are surprised themselves at how well they play.
Oh, here we go. The big artillery, Billy Crow, number 17, Detective Billy Crow. So I don't think any policemen are working in town at the moment, or at Lello and Eldon, because I can count 3 out there already.
Hautapu smart with the ball. Leamington carry. Can I clear the ball? Ball's out. Comes down the blind side.
There he is. It is Norm tuck away. Is he going to get? They said hairdo of Norm's has just given it away. Someone's going to line him up. Great clear out by Leamington. Lindsay Niels is taking the ball into contact. Good old Lindsay. Good to see him back out there, still putting the boots on. Knock on there. There he goes, going to go through. Gary Williams, is he going to scoop it up? The Bowden Barrett of Hautapu. Good old Gary Killer Williams, eh? So Hautapu climbs onto the board, first on the board for the Legends match.
I think Leamington almost gave up on that and just hoped that he bounced the ball was going to go the wrong way or he'd knock it on picking it up. But no, it was pretty well towed ahead there, Deano, and gathered pretty well on an easy bounce.
Made some good rugby actually. Surprisingly, there's some good rugby played out there. It's just who can hold it for longer periods of time, but that's just textbook rugby in it, you know.
The conversion is successful. Hautapu 7.
As the compere at the grounds, Mr. Foz Herewini, 7. Foz can count 7-0.
Well, we've got all sorts of help here today, though, haven't we? We've got the scoreboard clock. We've got your brother on the mic next to us here. There shouldn't be a reason for us to get wrong.
It's all about grassroots community.
It's a reason why I wanted to come and do this, Deano, because you know, I wanted to do it last year, but it was too late. I love country rugby, and I was just saying to Ray Maxwell, who's in charge of the women's program with the Waikato Rugby Union. I prefer actually country rugby over city rugby. I grew up in the country too.
No worry. You have a few beers and we'll talk lots of rugby. That's true. There we go. Leamington kicks it up. Kerry Williams again. Tries point scorer. Jay Kelly, the Samoan. Oh, great take. Rolling it in.
Here we go.
See if any hands going in. No. Oh. I love the action of the referee. Beautiful to see. Nice and clear. And Leamington's tapped it in again. Oh, he's a brave man, but he made some ground. Well done. Leamington getting into the Leamington Hautapu 22.
Lindsay Niels, here we go. Take it up the hill.
Lindsay Niels, he said he was going to be playing fly hard, but he can't keep out of the forwards.
Carlson,
Wariana there, Club Martu of Leamington. Great to see you. That might be a little high by Hilsey.
Very aggressive.
Back in the days, they would have rucked him out.
They can't accuse the ball. It's another halfback. I've never seen so big.
Referee going to play advantage. High tackle.
Here he is.
Ball is loose. Rob's coming back.
Referee playing advantage.
Tackle slightly high.
Yeah, it might be a little confusing with his hair being so long at shoulder height, but no, that one was pretty round the chops. That tackle.
Tucker, he's the Kiwi version, the Māori version of Skull Burger with that hair.
Oh, I was actually thinking of Storm and Norman.
Oh, Storm and Norman, true, very true.
Norman Bevin used to have
Yep,
a hairdo
Western
very
style,
similar. Like great Norman
Leamington
Bevin.
calling a scrum. Can Hautapu make a move and push them off the ball? Let's see how it goes.
Not a bad player to be compared to either, actually. A winger, come central
Yep.
at times. Used to carry the ball with a lot of aggression and, also never met the guy, but he seemed like a very down-to-earth player
Oh,
as
great
well.
skills, eh? Just class above everyone else, eh? And natural ability too, so.
Definitely.
Leamington's feet in the scrum, going to go blind. Playing advantage, what are we going to do here? He's going straight. Michael Webb's got him. Michael Webb's here wearing his board shorts from 1983. He'll never change Michael Webb. Referee's coming back for one of the infringements. Offside. I love the hand signals there, referee.
You might not agree with the decision, but you can't disagree with the signal because it's very clear.
Nice and clear. Nice and
and
clear.
quite concise.
So there's a few players out there starting to do the old whoop it, do the old hands on the hip.
Teacup. Is it?
Teacup, is it?
That's what I was taught. Don't do the teacup when refereeing.
Takes the line out.
Okay, here we go. Another lottery ticket in the lineouts. Hautapu wins it. Oh. And here we go. Referee calls it half time. Is that correct? That's half time. That's gone pretty fast, people.
Yeah, it might be a few minutes earlier than what we thought, Deano, but
24 minutes, 25 minutes.
that's half time, and that's what we've been told. So we'll take a half time break, Deano. Come back in a couple of minutes in the second half. It's been a great, enticing first half of rugby.
Great first half of rugby.
Just like to take the opportunity to welcome everybody here today. Battle of Bridge, Hautapu Leamington. First game multi, Hautapu Legends versus Leamington Legends. Good to see some great people, some stalwarts from both clubs out there. Second half's going to bring us. I'm sure it'll be great. Beautiful day, and
Apologies to all our viewers out there, or 3,400 viewers we've just clicked on. It's not half time, it's actually a water break, so we do apologise for that. It is getting warm out there, and there's lots of fluids that need to be taken into consideration here.
So, it's a good thing we're playing with, so look, I think that,
once again, I think both teams have been rolling on various number of players. Pretty much like a game of touch rugby, really, eh? A bit of contact. Roll on, roll off.
Probably won't be in the sense of substitutions, but definitely in the tackling it hasn't been. There's probably been one half break, half line break.
Yeah, exactly.
Plus the loose ball that led to the try. Otherwise, the tackling's been pretty spot on. We've had a couple of big tackles, wacky doos, one high shot, but that's been a pretty good game so far.
As you said, it's only early doors, and here we go. Big Mo Maxwell climbing into the second row there.
Here we go.
Number 23.
Big Johnny Cars coming in here.
Big Cara coming in on the tight head prop. Bringing in the big artillery. Good to see those young men putting the boots back on for the colours. They were legends. They still are legends, and this is why, ladies and gentlemen, this game is called the Legends. Hautapu and Leamington Legends fought it out for that outstanding new trophy, the bull shirt, finally donated by Kevin Middleman. And here we go, just to resume the after the water break of the first half.
Could he be playing quarters?
I
think he's just made it up, I suppose. We make things up around here as we go.
That's what I do, as long as everybody is agreeing with it.
That ball got to carry Williams hitting that midfield again. Oh.
Carries the recycle. Can help him recycle and move on. Who's gone? Down the tram once he goes.
Well, the ball had gone out wide there. We had an overlap, I was hoping, but the pace didn't quite finish it off.
Leamington's defence is solid.
I love how the defence in the blue and white is scanned out, and the attack of Hautapu was fanned out. That happened naturally. I think it was just because they just in the same place as they were in the first breakdown.
Leamington won that, just a bit of a juggle there into the from a Hautapu player into the Leamington player in front of him.
Yeah, bit of a knock on there. And as you said, Bev, the crowd here is looking good, but I tell you what, when that main game kicks off, that's
what I said, 3 and more to come, mate.
Yep. This is the first time they decided to have this game. Previous years it's only just been the one. And as I said, about 7 or so years ago when this game first occurred, a lot of these guys have played in it because they're getting a bit older. They decided to create the Legends version of it. Leamington, great initiative here by Stephen Kidder Flyer. Still surprised, but he's playing actually pretty well on Skitty. Counter ruck there by Hautapu. Leamington deemed to be offside, but hey, I'm not being biased behind this microphone today, but Leamington inside the 22, Hautapu, pick and go. Referee's Rob just thinking about coming back to the penalty.
There might be a need for all those 30 players, Deano, because just looking at these rucks, there seems to be a few people just basically falling into it, so might be a few tired bodies out there in this heat.
Well, that was starting to look like a busy night at Bangkok on that roundabout because it was getting quite congested then.
Skinny standing back in the pocket.
Lyle Walker decides to tap and go. And, yep, as soon as he threw it, I knew it was just not going to hit the hands. Lyle, I'm not sure. What, could have gone for the 3 points.
Yeah, I would have thought. But maybe just the fact that it's a 7-point game at the moment. 3 points wasn't enough.
Well, I don't know. I mean, 3 points is 3 points. I mean, put it this way, the 5-pointer tries are not coming out at will, you know. Neil Manzari's decided to run it up. I'm not sure if that's the right decision here. Leamington is trying to counter up. Bruce Leslie, Billy Crow, pick and go. Down the hole, Picker's in the hole. It's a long way to go, Picker. Quick turnover, carrying out the ruck. Sounds like a racing horse here. Where's the 9? 9's looking. Billy Crow, there we go. Look at the detective. The politician member of that game that they had against the politicians of Wellington.
Got everybody out there, don't we?
There he is, Kerry Williams. Oh, outstanding! Oh! Is he going to make it? Inside pass! Oh! The big fella on the wing thought, if I did a dummy, will he take it? But Kerry Williams bowing on the inside, get that inside ball. Under the post, Kerry Williams, second try of the day.
Might be his second, Deano, but definitely wasn't him that, he finished that. It was brilliantly well set up for him though.
Yeah, big Pete Muir had that stride down. And 30 years ago he would have finished it off, but as we can see, there's some the bodies have changed a lot.
Yes, so 14-0. We're assuming this might be the second half. Looking at things. Just a heads up, folks, next week, Whakapama Cup action in Hautapu. Waikato playing Counties Manukau. So if you're able to make it down, please do. Otherwise, it will be live streamed courtesy of Bev's broadcasting to the Waikato Rugby Facebook page.
Nice, good work, Bev.
It's going to be a good game too, Deano. Both sides currently unbeaten. Counties have a game tomorrow. Waikato have the bye this weekend.
Both teams are on form at the moment. I've watched Waikato in their first two headouts against Taranaki and Bay of Plenty. And they're looking really, really good. But the form team, Counties, they won it last year.
Yeah, they've been pretty up there, but then last year they just came through. No, it was 2 years ago that they won it. Canterbury are current defending champions.
And here we go, Stephen kicks the touch.
That year they won it though, they were pretty dominant in County's side. And this year when they've got Rugby Tui and others playing for them, they look like a solid team.
It's so nice to get those Blackfern Boys back playing in the Barra Cup freeway. Spices the competition up even more.
Oh, we saw what the All Blacks did to the Mitre 10 for the last 2 weeks.
And speaking of display, look what we got here today too.
There's a bit of a tackle right on the board. No, I read that wrong for some reason.
And just a little bit of confrontation here. Rob, the referee, is going to come and have a chat to somebody. As Tanu Umunga said, this ain't tiddlywinks.
And as Ma Nonu said, put away the handbags.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is local derby.
And I think that might have been that young Milton Herewini out there who Milton should have passed it earlier. Milton, I hope he's okay. Look at him, tough old Milton. He'll be back up again. Pecker will be behind him, but be later on. So penalty to Leamington.
He goes back up the ground. Well done, Milton.
Lyle's kicking the touch.
Lyle kicks in the corner again.
And 5 metres out, Leamington. You'd think you'd want to drive this one to Bev. They've got the firepower. I mean, look at the size of Leamington.
They've definitely got the size to push over, but you've got to win that line out first. And they've been struggling to do so.
It's just going to go to 2. It's going to go to the area. Front jumper. Miss them all together.
Well, takes the ball. Leamington's got the ball. Hard on attack. Pick and go.
Leamington pick and going all the way to the line here. I'm not sure if they're going to change any style of rugby here. So going for knock on in the line out. So knock on in the line out there by Hautapu. Leamington scrum down. 5 metres out.
Just a heads up, folks. You probably noticed the clock is now counting up on the live stream. That's just due to whatever happened at the end of the first half there, so do apologise for the confusion, but
I don't need to worry about the clock, eh? We'll just keep calling the game. Time's irrelevant when you're having fun.
Definitely, and it's a good day to have fun today, Deano.
Scrums collapse. No one's injured, so he must be still ready to go again.
There's just a couple of bodies there, just shaking it off. Might be a little bit stiff, but
good to see old Pete Nordstrom down there down putting up the Lucy side of Hautapu. Heavily involved with the coach back in the days with his sons. Leamington's going open. Michael Webb's got the midfield there. Great tackle there. That's got to be Jay Kelly, but maybe not. Lindsay Neal's going through the hole. Defence is good by the red and whites, but Leamington is still on attack with about 3 metres out. Referee's got his arm out.
Yeah, Hautapu here just trying to get it over the top there and trying to strip it back. But
oh, no, they're all coming in. So, what's happening here?
Who's got the sugar for the coffee?
They all want each other's email address for the Christmas cards.
Okay, coffee plates over.
Tap and go. Is that the wise thing or not? We'll soon see if it will pay off. Oh, Walker, the handoff. Leamington have been in this 22 for a fair while now. Carl's still very hard. John spins out of that tackle there. Always has got his arm all braced up. Always wondered what he's got in that arm of his. Turnover, Hautapu getting carried back. Referee's coming back for no advantage play. Held on into the tackle earlier, so the referee bringing it right back here. Leamington, so you go for scrum.
I think that's what they decided to do. I agree with you. Earlier commentator, that tap and go was probably the greatest thing to do, especially when he went himself and straight into a red ball, basically.
3 points, got to take the 3 points. And I'm only being honest here, tries are not coming in at will at the moment.
And they've turned down 9 points now.
Yeah, well, yeah. So,
from pivotal positions, they've turned down 9 points.
so
Not saying that they'd have 9 points on the board, but yeah.
5 minutes out.
Rolly Bolton. Ball's out, here we go.
Chucky hard on the tip.
Neil Manzari's offside. Referee's going to come back for it. Referee's got his whistle. Not too sure why he's got his hand in the pocket for, but
Trying to see on the camera, but when he's got the back to us, it's a bit hard, but no, I think it's a penalty advantage.
no, he was offside.
First one out. Punch it up. Ball's going. Leamington hard on the tip.
And welcome to Jay Kelly's tackle. And he's still got possession. Bodies are flying in there by Leamington. Got the gain on over there.
Hands forward.
The blue and white is screaming, but the referee's got his arm up again. He's had enough. He's going to put the hand in the pocket. He's not so sure who's he going to be sending off. If anyone, well, by all means. But hands in the ruck here. Oh, he wants another scrum again. No, scrum, arm up.
Leamington ball again. We've got a game on our hands, Steve. 7 minutes gone. Looks like it's
What was that call on that one there, Bev?
what's happening here?
I agree with your brother there, Deano. I'm not actually 100% sure
Okay.
what's going on.
So we're running down one end of the pitch, people. Bear with us. We've not seen this before. We get all sorts of things here.
So looks like we're playing follow the leader or play the leader. I'm not quite sure. Looks like we've got played down the phone. Keep out of the sun.
Okay. So now he's run down the other end, given the penalty on that end. Teams are changing ends.
Well, maybe this is the second half we were asking for earlier, and we just decided to turn things around a little bit.
Well, I can't say that I've seen this before, but hey,
It's country rugby, Deano. There's plenty of things we haven't seen before. Eh?
that man in the middle with the whistle, he can do anything he wants. And he is.
The best thing is, Deano, there's no complaining that we can see. That's the main thing. As long as everyone's happy.
I love it. I love it. Penalty that had gone the other way. Yep.
I was refereeing a
Outstanding.
last year at high school. I refereed my students versus teachers touch game, and one of the teachers, who's the most competitive person I've ever met, ended up throwing the ball at me, and I told him that he needed to go and take a break, He refused to, so marched the teachers back to the 5 metre line. I was the most popular kid at lunchtime that day.
So, after all the deliberations of who's going which end and what's happening, finally scrum down. Leamington's gone the blind side. Calculate the bodies and all over the place. Leamington retains possession, pick and go. Here we go. Back to the Bangkok roundabout. Big congestion happening up in front of us. Pick and go. Leamington still pick and go. They've got to get over the line at some stage. They're working their way there. There's lots of bodies. They're becoming a bit of a pile of a mess, really, to be honest. But
there's bodies all over the place down in that corner.
There's lots of bodies all over the place. They're picking and going. Referee's had it up. He's coming to 4D. No, he's gone under the post.
It's a penalty try.
Here you go, folks. Penalty try for Leamington.
Offside.
Penalty try for offside.
Offside somewhere.
Interesting call, people. All you viewers out there, I'm sure you're either agreed or disagreed, but he's the man. He's got in the middle. He's awarded the penalty try, so the current score down 14 points to 7.
Look, we actually had to tell somebody there, Deano, because Leamington were both on attack on the field. And something was going to get. Now, Leamington did quite well to hang on to the ball for so long.
Leamington just keep pushing and pushing and pushing and reap the benefits of 7 points. But no, there'll be plenty of sore bodies after all of this.
The one takes it.
Ross Higgins being disappointed about that kick, so didn't go 10 metres. I don't even think it went 5, Ross. So scrubbed down Leamington halfway.
That was one of those kicks I was talking about earlier. Not so much wind assisted, but they go more backwards than forwards. So I was playing in a secondary school game actually, where the ball went about, kick-off went about 5 metres and then blew back to the opposition 10 metre line. So the wind was that strong in Waihi.
The calving season's just about done, so all the farmers are heading into the grounds. Bouncy castles up. The Lions Club hot dog stands ready to go.
There's a player on the ground in the offside position there, Deano, that's made that tackle. Actually, I was telling my young nephews this morning that when you're on the ground, there's nothing you can do on a game of rugby, including tackling.
Leamington back on modern attack here. They've given a little bit of a confidence boost here by that penalty, so deep in the Hautapu half. Line out throws in the 22. The infamous name of Cochrane throwing it in to all those viewers. Set back off. Johnny Bola.
Russell Leamington. Deano for Leamington. It has to steal the ball. First time, Ross Higgins, carries the ball.
Nice carry there by Ross Higgins here.
Ross Higgins has the ball.
Like the web. Oh, great hands out wide here. Not seeing much space there all today at the moment. But great hands.
Going for making yardage. Got the natural play here now, can I recycle it?
And Skip's taking the ball into contact. Billy Crow, big detective Billy Crow. Great defence here by Leamington. Kicking it through. Oh, Stephen Kidd. So good carry back there by Ross Higgins, but Stephen Kidd should have known better, Skiddy.
it's been a role since even when I was playing, Deano, you can't dive in a play on the ground like that.
Oh, you ran so far, what else
He
are you
probably
going to do?
tripped over himself, didn't he?
So, well, I ran this fast, so I might as well go and dive on him and tackle him. But, ball has gone out, Carlson. Oh! No, he's not going to go for the knock on.
The assistant referee on the far side there.
He scored the knock on there. So, Leamington didn't capitalise on that mistake there. But a magnificent trophy they're playing for today, Bev, down there. There's the two bulls in the background. The bull shirt just been kindly donated there early on by Kevin Middlebus. And then you got the Battle of Bridge one at the very front there. So yeah, some beautiful trophies there to win today.
Yeah, that was just on screen.
Midfield, Micah, where is the ball strong, midfield. Push the ball out wide, here we go. Big Mark, carrying the ball.
There he is. Big Mark. He's coated up. He's going to ground. The crowd goes wild.
First thing over, Steve picks it up. Good carry there.
Double blast.
Interesting.
Yellow.
Interesting, you get a yellow card for not releasing. Ball hasn't made touch. Kyle Walker's laying on side there. Referee, what's he going to be doing? Hands him down. And Hautapu takes the ball in the front. Ball's gone to ground. Rough ball play, ref.
Roll him away. Clear the ball.
Interesting call. Interesting. But hey, man in the middle needs to be replaced.
Yeah, it's just one of those things though, isn't it, Deano? You've got to play the referee and the referee's interpretations of the rules. If you don't do that, you might find yourself a player down. Unfortunately to see, but just the way rugby goes.
So Hautapu one man down. Taking the short side.
Taking down the broad side, ball's cleared. Okay, the whistle's gone again. Number 7.
Another interesting call. Offside on this side here, but the ball and materialistic effect has gone the other direction. So, hey, who am I to say? Who am I to say? But Leamington, come on, Lyle, you've got to take the kick for the goal. No, maybe you're not allowed to in this game. I don't know what's been agreed on. So Leamington pushes to the touchline. Nice kick, Lyle.
Could be one of those gentlemanly agreements, Deano, him not winning games on penalties.
Yeah. Can't take any shots at goal.
But also, it's a 7-point ball game, so 3 doesn't give you the lead or tie it up, does it? Only a converted try does that. So, scoreboard pressure currently on Leamington.
He's got his hand up, Leamington. Forward scrum.
So once again here in a beautiful day in Cambridge, crowd stuck to roll on in, numbers in. The Peace Cup game between Cambridge and Maniapoto of Te Awamutu and Otaronga. I'm not too sure what the final result of that game was. It's pitch number 2.
We'll find out between game breaks, won't we?
And Maniapoto came out winners on that one, I've just been told.
Maniapoto won.
So they seem to be...
they struggled in the Stanmeads Cup last year, so good to see them being able to...
I think they've got some players in today. Here we go. Rochi's taking the ball in the contact Leamington back in the 22 of Hautapu. 22 metre line. Building Herewini's being caught in the contact. Big poker. Bodies popping in.
There's the ball. Pitch and goes. The ball's clear. Got a thing go. Long takes it up.
And it's
Runs to his own players. Referee's called it up.
Leamington are doing well then if referees called time. So it's got to be the first half. Wrapped it up. That's a long half.
It's a very, the scoreboard clock is a couple of minutes shorter than the first half, but that's a half seemed a lot longer actually, probably did to the players as well. But quite a decent game out there, Deano, and something we were expecting.
First two quarters.
I think the style of the game and the pace of the game has been pretty good actually. Considering it's a beautiful summer's day. I think a lot of them have probably only had a couple of beers instead of a lot of beers last night. So they are in their prime. And probably let's see what the second half brings.
Congratulations to Hautapu for taking out the Leamington match. What is the trophy for? Sorry?
Which match was that?
The Legends.
So the Legends is called the Bull shirt. B-U-L-L shirt. Why it's been called that? Not too sure.
Probably because when this game was being discussed, I would say there's probably a lot of that being talked.
Maybe when they created the trophy and they only found a couple of bulls in the shop, so they called it the Bull one. So, but other than that, it's a spectacular trophy. It's quite heavy too.
Tim Marcus here today. We'll be doing a quick few words on the beginning of the next match.
Don't forget, folks, coming up 2:30. Don't go too far. The stream will stay up. We've got the Battle of the Bridge game, Deano, over 30s. Players to watch out for in that game?
Every year there's a list of players that you need to watch out for, but whether they turn up is another story. So
I know Matt Hicks is in there.
Matty Hicks, we give him a bit of a plug. My producer of the Hautapu television and Hicks Productions.
He's also got the movie The Tavern coming out. He promised me a few beers if I gave that one a plug.
Well, let's plug his movie in again, so that's a few more beers for you this afternoon, Ben. There's some. John Armstrong's one, I suppose.
John Armstrong's out there, is he?
Yeah, he's qualified in the over 30. Sorry, apologies, Jono, but you're out there giving a bit of a crack. Dion Berryman out there as well. So, and I'm sure Leamington has got some good quality players fronting up for the Blue and Whites as well.
All right, folks, we'll take a break. Join us back at about 20 past 2 for the roll into the Battle of the Bridge game. But as I said just earlier too, that the stream will stay up. We won't close that off. So if you go away, just join back onto the same one wherever you are watching in from. On behalf of Bev's Broadcasting, my name's Bevin Jenkinson. Thanks to Deano for your comments, for your commentary in that game, mate. And we'll see you in the last two.
We're here.
Alright, Deano, sorry, we're back. What's going on?
Well, what an outstanding break that was. So, mate, we've been told it is 3 quarters down, not 2 halves. So, not sure why. Maybe they just needed a few more water breaks. But that means they're off the pitch sooner and a few into the beers straight away for the main game. So, current score 14 points to 7. Kerry Williams got all 14 points for Hautapu. And I'm sure they're probably making, both teams are probably making some stern decisions of, right, let's get out there and keep rolling the players, or just play what's out there. So we're back on, back to where they started, and scrum down to Hautapu with an accidental offside from Leamington. So
so just a reminder, folks, it hasn't finished. We're still another 20 minutes to go. Do apologise for the confusion. Something out of our control though.
Right, here we go. Hautapu scrum. Hard on deep. 12 metres out. 20 minutes to go, people. 20 minutes to go. Here we go.
Who's actually got the ball there, Deano? Is Hautapu running from him? I think it might be.
Hautapu feet on this side of the scrum.
Oh yes, now I can see where the ball is.
Okay, we scrum. Let's shoot out. Your carry. Carry hard. Down the side channel. And that's over here. Got off the chair. Balls out. Jay Kelly carries.
Give it a go. Jay Kelly's having to go in the midfield. He wants to run it from outside his 22. Referee Rob's come back for an offside. Maybe he's changing his arm this last quarter. Offside there.
I've been waiting for a comment like that, Deano, from you.
Oh, he's a top lad, that guy. Top lad rule.
Well, it's something that rugby can't do without those, Deano, as referees, isn't it?
And volunteers, I must say. So keep up the good work, peeps. Anyone want to become a referee? Bugger that. Pretty tough job. No, running it out there, Jay Kelly. Yeah, he's still. Oh, here we go. Mark Gascoigne taking a ball in contact. Is this going to be quick ball? Is it going to be quick ball? The referee's looking the arm out. Offload here. Oh, is hot potato to no one?
Nobody wants it.
No, he's giving it to the touch judge.
Referee comes back.
Not rolling away, is the call down there?
Oh. Substitute referee. Is he subbing himself? No, multiple head signals as ref. No, that means
down here, Deano. Some gallivanting going on, so some help with the shorts.
Can you get to the ground? And then we cycle.
Hautapu is quickly going into the half of Leamington. Matty Phillips is busting through the midfield. A big break early on by Mark Gascoigne. Ball being held up, going down. Referee's going to call it non-playable.
No, referee doesn't let it go.
No, playable. It's a ruck this time. He's called the ruck. Hautapu maintains possession. So Hautapu right on the 22, attacking the Leamington line.
22, Leamington hard on defence.
And the subs are coming thick and fast. Look at that whole new team on the sideline there, Bev. You just about put on a new team, wouldn't you?
Thanks for pointing that one out, because that's another team.
That's not World Rugby regulations, I think.
No. I'm sure it says 7 in the rulebook.
Kerry Williams, dummy midfield. Oh, you've seen this on TV. Jay Kelly. Great tackle. Ball's gone back. Well, beautiful. Great defence. The defence here by Leamington. Offloaded the back door. Stepping inside. Nossie's in. He's come off the sin bin.
Referee calls it.
And everyone stopped with a gasp there looking at the referee. What's he going to call? I don't even know what he's going to call.
Yes, he'd held up.
Think he wants a cup of tea or something. Well, I'm not too sure what that signal means, my friend, but Leamington's 5 metres out, defending, or is it Hautapu 5 metres in attack?
Hautapu is gone 5 metres in. Hale on the tip.
So, Hautapu's ball. So I'm not too sure about that.
Hautapu got
Held up, I think was the call there, Deano.
Held up, was it?
Yeah,
Held up?
maybe.
We'll go for held up. No, it's Leamington's ball. So,
Leamington ball, no fault.
are they going to run it?
Goes out.
No.
To midfield. Mr. Roberts gets the ball up. Takes it
Here
up.
we go, here we go.
What can you do
Let's
here?
step back on the inside here.
Carries ball. Carries the ball up. Carries hard. Marquez going carries well. Support
Oh,
play.
great hand. Matty Phillips. Oh, the Italian stallion.
Can he pass the ball?
He's going to dump. He's going to go all the way. No. Well done, Leamington.
It's the second time I think Deano you put the curse in there, mate.
No,
He looked as though he was in for all money.
We know he doesn't pass. He just does not pass. But Matty Phillips, welcome back, my friend. Big trip down from Auckland.
Yeah, I think these days, with the restrictions being a bit different all around, up in Auckland to the rest of the country, it's pretty good to be down here.
Come down for a family day and bring the family down to Cambridge. So, knock on there, I think it might have been, or a forward pass, lost forward the contact, so Leamington being 5 metres defence.
I think Matt gave up the old Mary that just didn't quite make the right hands. That's knocked it on from
There we go, this time he's going to clear this kick. No! It's another one off the side again. Going to take it wide. Jay County. Is he going to give it? Yes, he is. Is he going to go to corner? Oh! And that, ladies and gentlemen, was like Moses parting with the sea. The sea had parted, but the Moses didn't quite finish it. So, Pete Muir, well done, buddy.
Pete has actually given Moses a pat on the back there for giving him that try.
Making number 5-pointer.
So Hautapu capitalised on a second slice of a clearance kick by Leamington.
Asking for you. That's what it's all about.
He was just trying to get rid of it rather than and try and make a couple of metres out of that kick rather than hang on to it in front of your own posts. But still didn't really have the desired effect either way.
So Glenn Roberts is trying to add on the extra 2 points.
Your bouncy castles in the background there.
Let's see if we can get on the bouncy castle.
Just runs on the screen there. Another thing I've seen too today, Deano, the ladies in blue are here as well.
The ladies of what, sorry, my friend?
The ladies in blue are just to the left of us. There's 2 of them.
All right. Oh, better sign them up for the 10C.
They look like they'd be a good pair of rugby players.
No, they'll be loving it. I'll be recruiting them overnight. So the kick is not successful. That takes the score out to, can I read that far, anyone? 19 points to 7. So all those 45,000 viewers overseas watching this live stream.
Taking up midfield. Carries hard.
And here we go, sideways,
Push
Rugby.
it out. Push it out to no one.
Run sideways, give it to no one.
Takes it in.
Oh!
Lost the ball. Leamington recycle. Carry up. Perfect, round it up. Not one both ways.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that passage's play was how not to play, and you don't want it at all. Nobody wanted the ball.
I don't think anyone wanted to make a tackle.
Nobody wanted to carry it. Nobody wanted to take it into contact. Nobody. So all those inspiring young children out there who are wanting to be great ambassadors, that passage of play was not to be watched. But let's see if they can redeem themselves. So Leamington, down to non-contested scrums by the looks of things. Leamington feed.
Taking it up.
Oh,
Miss 2.
and what do we got here? Is it held up? Oh, what do we got here? No. Referee's coming up with some call. He's not too sure.
Referee's got penalties. I'm not quite sure if he knows where he's going out from the sideline to find out himself. Wants a little bit of rust, but I'm sure it's nothing.
Yeah, we put a something over the top.
felt.
Got a penalty.
Yeah, I think Deano, that might have been just the shoulder rather than the arms and the tackle was possibly what the decision was there.
Well, he does have some Samoan heritage, Mr. Cowley, so Leamington's tapped again. They like to tap in those ones.
Ball slid.
Oh, here we go.
No, the ball's not clear.
Offside again.
Penalty, Leamington.
So, the red and whites are sort of keeping Leamington into the game here with these penalty counts.
That's the ball on again. Hooper. Nice and hard.
The physicality is second to none.
The whistle's going pretty hard.
And referee Rob's in here. He's got to talk to Jay Kelly and say, you can't tackle hard.
Keep it fair and even, boys. Keep it fair and even, they say.
Leamington. Let's have him go. Pushing out wide. Carry again. Up midfield. The ball slid. The ruck's good.
And there we
The ball's
go.
available.
I love it how the ruck is formed and everyone decides to pile in and go and have a look at the ball. So, ball's Leamington's just outside of the 22.
Here we go. Pick and go. Don't have to stay hard. On defence. Good tackle.
Knock on. Leamington ball. So, yeah, just a few mistakes rolling into the play there, peeps. The fluidity is sort of gone missing a bit.
I think definitely the heat's telling, and it's probably this last 20 that, as we see some subs coming onto the field now, Deano. It's who's got the fresher legs, I suppose. And only 12 points in it, and 2 quick tries in the game. It's more, Leamington are right back into it, even with one more try.
Yeah, 100%.
So it's definitely not game over yet, especially with these tight bodies.
Billy Crow wants to go on the wing.
So Leamington, Hautapu had made one too many subs, so Billy Crow's back off again on the touchline. So Leamington's attacking the right hand side, hitting the space, going wide. Oh,
Lost it forward. Play on.
missed it there.
What can happen now? Anything can happen.
So definitely an overlap there for the blue and whites. Just that pass went astray. They could have been under the post, you think, or just knocked out.
More than likely in the corner, but the pass was just forced really. Didn't need to be, just needed to be spread through the hands, get the guy in the corner, hopefully he's got a pace to get there.
But isn't this great? This is the over 45 one-off match here, the Battle of the Bridge. And these guys, they've probably played some really extra hard, played some good level back for their clubs and just back again playing with their mates again.
At 33, Deano, even I wouldn't want to be out there. They're doing quite well for over 45s, mate.
And the night will just, just continue throughout the night, the fun and the antics and the stories galore.
Yeah, I think there'd be a good toss-up tonight. The winner of the Stories versus Bears. Probably the Bears are going to take that one. But the quality of the Stories probably might be there.
Great little passage to play by Hautapu to set it wide. Goes through the gap here. And some great offloading skills to run it outside of the 22. So Nossi spent 2 minutes in the bin, or maybe 3. Back on to link up again with the rest of his teammates, and Michael Webb under the post for 5.
Not just under the post, but a commando roll as well.
Did he throw one of those in?
Yeah, he did. He went hit over himself intentionally, so...
Well done, yep.
Great way to finish a quality try, really.
And Glenn Roberts takes the extra 2 points. And as far as the compare said, score 24 points to 7.
To my left, I have Bevin, and Herewini commentating. So,
there he is. The total package, Matty Phillips coming off waving out to his fans, or is he waving out for
Referee
some?
sponsors down, let's thank the referees behind the goalpost. Done a marvellous job. Thank you very much for your effort as our Cambridge community rugby.
What a beautiful day it is here, Bevin, here in Cambridge.
Hautapu, stuff it up. No, let's cut it up, we'll turn it up again.
And Leamington's tackled him down. Got him down in the quarter there of 22.
Well secured.
Leamington's turned the ball over. Going to blindside.
Down the blind side, Skills going down the blind side. Can you get in there in the dog, make the dog?
Stephen Kidd round the blind. And scores under the post.
Old bumper, Mark Terry's given him a bit of a how do you do, mate, after that try's been scored.
He sure has.
I don't know how that ball squirted out, but it did. And Leamington underneath, maybe for a second pointer.
No, it was the 4 or 5 hands that scooped it back. And who converted it? Skitty converted that, so and ladies and gentlemen, we call that time an outstanding. Relevant from the result, I do say that was my first Battle of the Bridge game myself, coming back from overseas, but final score is 24 points to 14. What a game, Ben, what a game.
I've had a very good game there. Apologies for the mix-up on the thirds that we ended up playing.
And mate,
It's definitely quality.
your first game, what do you think?
Mate, it's, halfway through this game, I thought I'm going to come back next year somehow.
Well,
In
yeah.
some capacity, I'm going to come back next year. It's great to be out here.
Oh mate, just look at that, you know what I mean, when you have that sort of historical grudge match in the calendar, the town comes together, and this is just the beginning of the big match yet to come, but look at that, you know, it's still alive, isn't it?
It definitely is, mate. Country rugby's not going anywhere just yet. And as you said, that big game will come up at 2:30.
Yep, so congratulations to Hautapu to be the inaugural winner of the Bullshit Trophy, donated by Tree Town Joinery and Kevin Minimus. A spectacular trophy. I'm not too sure these 2 trophies I've physically lifted the other night, but you can't drink out of them. So, and look at the calibre of people out there. They like a drink or two, but they designed a trophy that you can't drink out of. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah, the design might have been a bit flawed, but they are decent looking trophies, mate. We'll take a break, come back in a few minutes, and yeah, that Battle of the Bridge game, if it's anything like this one, mate, we're in for a cracker.
Bring on part 2.
Alright, yeah, just like the 4 folks when we thought it was full time, the stream will stay up, so if you do go away, if you want to come back, just join the same stream, there won't be a new one up. Yeah, so otherwise stay tuned, thanks very much.